Okay, so here we have Nimjo. Nimjo, what do you think? After watching all these videos these few days I shared there.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation for people like me, maybe that are still practicing Wing Chun, and we are not practicing the 1850s Wing Chun, or the people that teach us don't have the knowledge of what you've shared in over the years and in the last couple of weeks as well, with your videos especially. So it's a difficult situation because it requires really to reassess the situation and stop what you're doing and look at the evidence which has been presented and look at the situation now, what is happening with Wing Chun and in the last 10 years, and really take notice of it and change the way things are being done. So for people in positions of responsibility, which includes the people that practice it too, not just the teachers, people need to take notice of the difference between what was being practiced in 1850s and what was being practiced post 1875 onwards up to the modern era, because it's as you've said before, it's a change in paradigm completely. It's a different art in nearly every aspect.
You know why in one way, it's like I'm rocking the boat drastically now?
Because Wing Chun will die. It's already a laughing stock in many martial arts circles. Continually, people are asking why Wing Chun cannot perform in a professional combat arena or a professional combat just in the fighting aspect, not even in the health aspect. But people are asking these questions, and the answers which Wing Chun practitioners or Wing Chun teachers are giving is that there are many excuses and many answers, but one of the answers is that I've heard a lot is that Wing Chun needs to evolve or learn, but they're talking about the Wing Chun post 1875 learning something, but that's been what they've been saying for the last 100 years, right? So it means that something is wrong at the core, at the beginning, not at the end. Something is definitely wrong.
The truth is this, like today we have COVID-19, the pandemic. The world before pandemic and after pandemic is it cannot be the same. Am I right?
Sure.
1850, when you get into 1875, it cannot be the same, because 1850 is anti-Qing. 1875, you know that they actually belong to Qing. Even they use all kind of stories about Jixin Mui. Those are Qing people, like I shared the other day. In the book, it writes, love your country. For the anti-Qing, what? Love my country? Which country are you talking about? Right? No. So thing is changing. Now, today, 100 years later, you can see in a few years ago being challenged by Xi Xiaodong and so forth, and until today, the world is keep changing. Everything keep updating. You cannot use a 1960s Hong Kong solution to solve today's solution. In fact, your 1960s Hong Kong solution in Wing Chun couldn't even work in Kyokushin 1975. Doesn't work. Okay. And then people start to saying, oh, this Tai Fa Ming Gam, this Liang Zhan, this, and the king of Wing Chun. Today, you look in the history, they are not. And you know that Tai Fa Ming Gam is not a grandmaster either, by the definition of the ancient like Qi Ji Guang grade. Liang Zhan, he is not either, like the other day I shared with you. You want to look at what Feng Xiuqing taught, you look at Yin Kei San student San Nam in video, you look at how it is Xiu Lim Tao. You look at Yit Man Xiu Lim Tao. And then those who say it's from Wing Chun, you look at those grandmaster Wing Chun's sets. Obviously, there is a gap there. It is no longer 1850 and it's something else. Now, you look at BJJ 50 years ago and BJJ today. Well, BJJ 50 years ago, they actually studied judo, if I'm not wrong, and then they evolved and so forth. But they have the theme. They might including Western boxing so that they can go for takedown and so forth. And they grow their techniques and so forth. Like today's MMA is like you have a Thai boxing, Western boxing, you add some BJJ and there's one MMA thing. What is Wing Chun? You have no idea what is the theme. Like the other day I explained, Wing Chun is supposed to have 4 hands. And since 1875, you lost 2. You look at the records in the snake crane writing. And obviously those who write that is not a pro, like Qi Ji Guang. Hey man, it's for war. And then you talk about the Liang Zhan, like he have all the solution. He create this the square body Wing Chun and slant body Wing Chun. But you look at the entire thing, how come you miss 2 hands? Now at 1960, you have all this concept because Bruce Lee is studying philosophy. Everybody call this thing philosophy. It's all empty stuff in the like the concept art or whatever. The real answer is I don't know. So this is 2022. You don't want to get that thing, the basic. We're not even talking about grandmaster or best or this and that. If you don't get the basic, like the BJJ people get the judo basic correct, what do you have? You have snake oil, sorry. You're selling, this grandmaster say this, that grandmaster say that. That's why today I don't say I'm what lineage. I say this is history. This is the real thing. And then like I mentioned that there's no such thing as structure in Wing Chun. Wing Chun is a Shaolin art, like Choi Lei Fat. Structure is a term used by those Tai Chi guys. So I know you're copying. And as what I explained yesterday, the Choi Lei Fat, the footwork, the hip, the waist, or the core area, the shoulder, go together with the strike. That's called body power or body handling. Wing Chun have that too, as shared many times from the Shaolin Sword Strike, General Qi Ji Guang. So you tell me, what are you doing? You tell me, what are you doing?
Yeah, we are practicing something which in its essence is not based on any kind of reality, right? I mean, if in the 1930s they're trying to fix it with a solution, the 1940s they're trying to fix it with a solution, the 1960s they're trying to fix it with a solution, the 1990s they're trying to fix it with a solution, and every time is a different solution. But why are you trying to fix it? You know, if it means that you're inventing it on the fly, right?
Now
You're inventing it on the fly.
That's true. And then let me tell you, about around 1920s, they tried to fix it. In Keisang tried to fix it. That's why where they use the snake crane riding inside there. Okay.
And let's be honest, people trying to do their best, like you said before. You know, we can't blame anybody. So, you know, Grandmaster Yuan Kei-san and Grandmaster Ip Man, you know, they recognize there's a problem. Things maybe not working. They try to put things in, make it work, right? You know, Grandmaster Wang Shanlong, the same thing in the 1960s, trying to make it work, right? But of course, if the thing is missing the breathing component and the momentum component and missing the 2 extra hands and the theme, which is the sticking body, the mai san duan da, the sticking body short stride, tip san duan da, if it doesn't have a clear objective from the beginning, then it doesn't matter what you put into it. It's gonna, you know, it's missing something in the beginning.
That is true. That's why I'm talking about, you know, as I mentioned before, everybody trying to do their best, right? And up to 1960s, they are trying to do their best. But after 1960, this is a different story. So
sure.
your exam.
And this is the problem we're in now, because after that, people have got a lot of money invested in the story, right? After 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all right? And they prefer to call it a concept art, because concept can be anything you want, all right? Like conceptual art can be anything you want, all right? It can be anything that you say it is.
Let me give you an example. The other day in a forum, in a Chinese forum, they post out the Wang Shunliang Sifu's article in 1960, saying that Wing Chun's always put the weight in the back leg. Okay. Now, for him, actually, if you look into that, Wang Shunliang Sifu is one of the person who act to protect Wing Chun. Wang Shunliang. You have to give him credit of his contributions. However, he was wrong. Technically, that's why we need to separate that. When people are doing their best, we need to acknowledge that. However, if they don't have the information to do the job, that need to fix. And I'm sure that after even if he alive today, if he need me, I'll tell him the same thing. This is the sticking body short strike. The body weight has to be in front for this reason. He and me can be disagree, but the thing is that this is history. And I'm sure he's a scientific guy. He will be able to buy in, hey, this is real. Let's, you know, for those. Now, those are 1960. You say Grandmaster Ip Man, he's doing the same thing. Yuan Kei-san is doing the same thing. Because they feel that, oh, I'm from Wing Chun. Of course, everybody want to do good for Wing Chun, right? The issue is at the time of Tai Fa Ming Gam. That mess on Wing Chun, Wang Chun, and everything. And today you can see all kind of story floating around saying that Liang Zhan didn't teach the proper Wing Chun and this and that, all sort of stuff in the article. You know they are playing politics at that time. After the 1960s Wing Chun, after Bruce Lee dropped the entire thing, he gets fed up. And I look at it, I get fed up too. Now, today, how many people using the name so-and-so Wing Chun? If you look at the Grandmaster Yip Man's interview, he said that he didn't call it Yip Man Wing Chun. So that's why I said, for me, I always have the respect, be it Grandmaster Wong Sun Leong or Yip Man or Yin Kei San, because they really, you can see their action. Okay, there is that love and loyalty to Wing Chun and want to do things properly. Now today is a different story. Today everybody have Wing Chun, but is it Wing Chun? So yesterday I shared with you, like the Choi Lei Fat have that footwork, that core and the shoulder handling when they're strike coming in. You use today's Wing Chun. Can you handle one single strike? Not to mention that at that time, 1850, those Choi Lei Fat is multi continuous strike. You use whatever like this to go to 1850, it doesn't work, sorry. And that's why Xi Xiaodong laugh at you. And now if you don't want to change, you still call it my Wing Chun, my Grandmaster Wing Chun. What Wing Chun? So for me, is I say, okay, if you want to do that, just call it your name. Don't call it Wing Chun, because you are distorted the entire situations. So 2 days ago, an old friend chat with me on this, what I shared these few days on the sticking body, short strike, and so forth. I told him point blank, I say, you know, what is my goal? My goal is to bring back the health part for everybody. Because in today's world, it's nice to talk about Wing Chun have this 4 hands, you know the theme, and I want everybody to know the theme. But man, get your head proper, man, because you need to live. And with the coming in this era of AI and the era of now we have COVID and so forth, you can see that people today is very unstable in their mind. Violence, shooting, and all kind of stuff. So right now, theme of Wing Chun is important, yes, but the part of the contributions to the human health and the mind, which is the first and the second development of Wing Chun, that is have a lot to contribute to the people. Now, if any school for real Wing Chun school, if they adapt to that, I am actually give them open a room for them to teach to make money. Because you need to have make business. People have to put food on their table. But because I give them all of those, they be able to offer much better thing for their student, and that they can grow their school. So for example, it's like the Wing Chun Inception. If you adapt to this, actually I actually open the door for you. For what? For taking in sport science. You can teach Wing Chun. This is the ancient, this is the sport science. Everybody look into the sport science and Wing Chun, and then you will get a lot of new things come out. Everybody look at the theme of Wing Chun, fighting this close with the forehand. You got 1,000 people play with it, then you will come up with a lot of new things. That is the real life of Wing Chun. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right, totally.
If you're stuck with whatever you're stuck with now, all this grandmaster alibi concept, philosophy. You look at you check into past 60 years, it's spiraling there, go nowhere.
Let's face it, like maybe, I don't know, the last 40, 50 years, the only reason Wing Chun probably still survive is because people love to argue in Wing Chun. So maybe the argument's keeping it alive. People like to argue about stupid things, right? And in the end of the day, each one is only arguing because they're marketing that the school or their lineage or whatever, the teacher is the best. And at the end of the day, no one really gives a damn about. It sounds really hard to say this, but no one really gives a damn about what's being taught in terms of health benefits for the student, right? So
as you know that
what are people arguing about?
See, that's why that has to end. You know that there are, I share with you many messages there where people who practice BJJ and practice the 6 core element and get their body better and so forth. Wing Chun have a lot to offer. And it is all here in the books. Go study it. I mean, do I charge you for $10,000 per piece cigarette? No, I don't. I just, everybody have the same informations.
You know what, Hendrik? For a lot of people, for a lot of ignorant people, or a lot of people who are stuck in their ways, it's not romantic enough for them. They want to be lost in the stories of Lang Zhan, and they want to be lost in the stories of what happened in Ip Man when he went back to Fatan, because nobody really knows what he was doing. So people want to get lost in these mysteries and stories, and it creates a whole big selling point.
Yesterday, I some friends sent me a Chinese video. Okay. In the video, it said that there is a Liang Zhan student in Gulou, and then Wang Fei Hong, that Hongga Wang Fei Hong, was asked to subdue the bandits at that time. And guess what? He said the bandit is belong to Choi Lei Fan. And then Wang Hui Hong cannot do the job, and this Gu, the last name is Gu something, from the Gulou village, who is the student of Liang Zhan, went with Wang Hui Hong, and then he defeated all these rebels who is Choi Lei Fan.
There you go. You got the next film. They got a film script, right?
You know what? I hate those kind of stuff, and I don't like it. Number one, why are you putting down Wang Fei Hong on Choi Lei Fan? Do you know what it is? Number two, that guy you bring it up is like in the what do you call it? The internal art. There's a person called Sun Lu Tang. Have you heard about it? So the student of the Sun Lu Tang put him up that he is the sage of Chinese martial arts. Or at one time, he can defeat like 6 judoka or 6 jujitsuka. So Xi Xiaodong's fan pull the entire thing out, say why it never happened. Okay, there's a demonstrations and so forth, but it never happened. And then about a month ago, there's one MMA friends in the Chinese forum asking, how is this happen? Can you fight even one BJJ guy or the jiu-jitsu guy, or making a claim that fighting 6 guy? And then I look into the writing of Sun Lu Tang. Sun is not saying that. Sun is saying that, oh, this is my book, and you study it, you keep it on, okay? After that, you keep it on. So what he said is like what I said. No, this is my book. You keep it on, right? Some moron idiots follower put him in the spot, and the entire thing blow up like now. So I say that it's not fair to you put the Sun Lu Tang up to such a point. He is a great guy, And all the students, what are you guys doing? You screw your own ancestor. Same thing with the story I just give you about Liang Zhan and this Gulo village and all this nonsense bullshit, okay? Why are you putting Wang Fei Hong down? Why are you putting Chai Lei Fat down? And all those people who make it so as like this MMA friend asking, can you handle even one jiu-jitsu guy? Not to say 6 jiu-jitsu guy, if you practice this way. So I asked the same question. With your Wing Chun, the way how you do, can you handle a real Chai Lei Fat fighter? Which train the military. They still such people exist. Sorry, you can't because you couldn't even handle your body properly. Now, so whose problem? All this idiotic followers' problem. The ancestor is not like that. Liang Zhan is not saying that.
I mean, sorry. The irony is that even if you show these people the proof, the historical evidence, and because Wing Chun people love to argue, they're going to say, okay, well, we study Wing Chun 1875. What are you going to do about it?
That's why I blow the entire thing. That's why I blow the entire thing now. In Asia, it's a different story, but in America, everybody who have a right-minded know what is going on. Why? You are putting yourself in dangers and you putting yourself to be laughed at. Like how many stories of Yip Man people make like this movie stuff? Does Grandmaster Yip Man do that? No, of course. You look at Grandmaster Yip Man's last interview. Do you think he's the person like what people talk about like today? No. So I'm saying this is because I'm the bad guy in Wing Chun, right? I'm the worst Darth Vader in Wing Chun, right? And because I don't have lineage, I don't want your money, I don't want to open a school or anything.
In the end, because you don't want to give people what they want from you, right? So they they want you to show them stuff, right? They want you to show them. They want you to do a sparring, right? You're 60-something years old. They want to. They always want something from you.
That's
it's
what
ridiculous,
I say.
Right?
Sparring what? I'm a Kyokushin. I fight in the Kyokushin Open. I'm not the #1 fighter. You want to know about sparring? Go join one of them. Don't ask me about all the sparring. And again,
sure.
all of this is by scientific evidence. Can your body do it?
It's but it's not sexy enough for them. It's not sexy enough.
They
want to be stimulated.
I don't care for those things anymore. Why? Because these people is the people who screw up Grandmaster Yip Man, screw up Liang Zhan, screw up everybody. What right are they say they are in Wing Chun? Sparring, go for real. You want to go like a Mas Oyama, go to Thailand alone.
Sure.
If you want to fight, go. Go to MMA and show your Wing Chun. Go to UFC and show your Wing Chun. Or go to Thai boxing match. Go showing your Wing Chun. So go to Kyokushin match. Go open tournament. Show your Wing Chun. If you cannot show your Wing Chun, what do you have? Don't bullshit. So for me, is that you're asking me about sparring. You go fight the get your black belt in Kyokushin and you go fight in the Kyokushin Open, and then you tell me what you know about sparring. I go that far.
I mean, this is the age we live in. They want to see 2 minutes on YouTube proof that you can do something, right?
No, that's called scam artists. That's called snake oil.
Well, it's definitely not hardworking, taking a long time to develop something. If they want to see it in 2 minutes on YouTube, it's not going to.
Now the thing is this. Anybody who want to do that, that's their problem. But leave Wing Chun alone. Okay? Leave Wing Chun alone. So my point is this. If you're a Grandmaster Yip Man student, the really you respect Grandmaster Yip Man or Grandmaster Wang Sun Leong or Grandmaster Liang Zhang, stop creating all this bullshit because it's backfire now. People laugh at your ancestor. You like that? I don't like it.
It's terrible.
Even is Grandmaster Yip Man got anything to do with me? It doesn't get anything to do with me. You know, like that's why months ago I defend Grandmaster Yip Man when people step him down. Why? You talk about Motak, you're a martial artist. Don't be bullshit. Martial art meaning that you have to stick with the truth. When somebody is bullied, it doesn't matter who the other party. That's why I've proven to the world that Grandmaster Yip Man knows what he's talking about. He's not perfect, okay? So is this guy too. I'm not perfect. But at least whatever it is honest, we need to protect them. We need to defend them, and we need to find a way out. So why is all those people who is selling snake oil have the say? Because you give them the say. But sorry, you give them the say, but Xi Xiaodong is not give you the say. Xi Xiaodong is going to stress your Wing Chun. You go just in the YouTube. How many videos over there saying that Wing Chun never works? They are trusting the Wing Chun. So my point is very simple. Unless you get your theme back, you get your body developed and everything, and you show the world that you have so much thing to offer, you really do not do Wing Chun anything good. And don't get into the personal. As what I say, you want to get the personal, I'm 60 something. You know, how many years I've been in Kyokushin? How many years I participate in those knockout type sparring, going to open and so forth. I'm not the best fighter of Mas Oyama. But hey, come on. I saw them train. I know how they train. And they train me.
And they still train like that. That's the thing. And they train better.
Even harder, because now even get more scientific than in 1970s.
Sure.
So for me, it's like, I'm just one of the guy like everybody, but for heaven's sake, you want to make all this Wing Chun movies sound like Wing Chun is very righteous and so forth. Can you walk your talk?
Yeah, the question I think is that if, whoever spreads information about Wing Chun, be a teacher or student or anyone, they should ask themselves the question if what they're saying or what they're teaching is making Wing Chun more vague, because it's already so vague. Okay.
What they don't know. They don't know. Let me tell you why they don't know. Because their teacher is teaching them the bullshit thing anyway. When Xi Xiaodong say that your Wing Chun is useless, girly thing, like fighting like this, your kick is nonsense, it doesn't hurt. Xi Xiaodong said that in public, everybody shut up. And then when the Wing Chun guy saying something and they say, oh yeah, argue. That's called bullshit. Okay.
Yeah, everyone calling Ding Hao a clown, right? Like all Wing Chun practitioners calling Ding Hao a clown. Right?
You need to actually stood up and say Ding Hao did this wrong, this wrong, this wrong. Let's make a correction. Let's make a correction. It's not playing, you know what is this behavior? Let me tell you this, where's the behavior come? This behavior come of cutting off Ding Hao is exactly the behavior of cultural evolution. In the cultural evolution in China, because of survival, the kids cut away from their parents. Their parents cut away from their kids, cut away all the relationship.
The red guards, yeah.
So that you going down, there's your problem. My business is good. Those are the cultural evolution mentality. Do you see that in BJJ? You don't. They can talk together and work things out. You look at karate for so many things, so many years already. But when it comes to Okinawa, the Bubishi, did everybody go down there and tracing things or say, okay, we bow to it, we study it, we follow it? So you generate all this nonsense stuff. Now in China, in Asia, you cannot say it because everybody will say, oh yeah, blah, 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 their own bullshit reason. But in America, we need to say it. Why? Because you are putting all the grandmaster, it doesn't matter, Yip Man, Wang Shun Liang, or this Yin Kei San, everybody in danger, like the story I tell you about Sun Lu Tang. It's easy today to pull out the newspaper like in Sun Lu Tang say it never happened. This is the newspaper 100 years ago. You want that to be traced this way? I mean, it got nothing to do with me. I'm not in this lineage and that lineage and everything. But for heaven's sake, why do you do that to your own lineage, your own grandmaster? So for me right now, it's the best thing. It's like all the things have been translated to here, according to the Chinese document. If you want it, you just go do down there, study it, and then expand your stuff. You know, you're free to create things based on real evidence. Like if you learn BJJ about takedown, you are free to testing different takedown. But you have the team of the BJJ taking down.
Yeah, and I mean, people don't have to take your word for it. They read the book, they test it out, they see what works and what doesn't, right?
And they can create even more.
At the level of clarity that they gain, it just by doing that is going to be more clear than anything anyone can tell you.
It doesn't even have the more clear. I'm not even look at them. I'm look at that when everybody have all this is called education. You have all this basic educations. You come up with 1,000 ways of sticking body short strike. And you come up with a lot of talented fighter. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at this is grandmaster, this is the dogma. I'm not. This is just a tools. I want to create a new era where there are hundreds of Wing Chun grandmaster for real and hundreds more new techniques to come. That is what I aim at. Not about mine is real, you are real. Seriously. When this is in America, those wars already gone because this is history. Either you know or you bullshit. Okay, time is almost up. Thank you. This is a straight words. Okay.
Thank you, Hendrik.
Thank you.